Hello everybody, my name is Brothers and welcome to yet another Gwent deck guide. Today we will be going over the Skellige Axeman deck and what its current flaws and advantages are in the current meta. This deck is really strong and it can put out massive amounts of swings and big tempo plays with its core engine. So we will go straight into the deck list, and after that we're gonna cover the mulligan, the actual playstyle, and how you want to play the deck. Okay, so as a first we're gonna go into the deck list. So we'll play triple Axeman, triple Shield Maiden, and triple Stammelford's Tremors and triple Biting Frost. So these are 12 bronzes, and for the remainder 3 bronzes we have Priestess of Freya, 2 copies, and 1 Clan Brockvar Hunter. These are the main engine. We have the Axeman obviously and the Axe synergy with the spells, and you kind of want to make them really grow, and that is your actual win condition. Then we have an Operator, a Morkvarg, Roach, Donaran Hinder, and a Decoy together with the Skellige Mage. So these are the silvers, and then for the end we have Hjalmar, we have Avalach, Wild Boar of the Sea, and Coral as the gold card. So this is the whole deck list, and now we'll jump into the mulligan. Okay, so the mulligan is pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to blacklist, you want to eliminate the Shield Maidens because they can get very annoying if you get more pieces of them. Then after you ditch the Shield Maidens, you ditch a Priestess of Freya. You only have 2 copies, so if you draw 2, dropping 1 is not that big of a deal. You need to be careful that you don't draw Roach in the meantime, and you want to eliminate that. If you don't have the Shield Maidens, no Freya, no Roach, the last thing you would like to switch, and you should switch, is if you have both Morkvarg and Operator in your hand, because Cratch and Crate pulls you either one of those, and that's good. But if you have both of them, Cratch and Crate won't be that useful. So first Shield Maidens, then Freya, careful for the Roach, and Morkvarg Operator. If you start with a perfect hand, you can think about dropping a Clan Brockvar Hunter for something else. As for the actual playstyle, the main goal is to win and dominate your opponent in round 1, then pass the round 2 and go for a long round 3. The main goals in round 1 is playing the Morkvarg, using an Operator to duplicate your Axeman, and creating some big tempo swings and just putting a lot of pressure so your opponent is forced to pass with cards like Coral, with cards like Hjalmar. You can also feel free to play Avalach as your first card in many situations, because he often does disrupt your opponent's play. If you're playing against like a Nilfgaard, he will get the Imperial Golems drawn. If you're playing against a Queensguard, maybe he will draw them instantaneously. If you're playing against like a Bruverhoog, he will maybe draw all his silver cards and he won't have value for that, or like a Roach, Saskia, and so on. That's why Avalach should be pushed. So go for a big round 1. Don't play too many Axemen. So if you Operator one of them, the maximum Axemans you can play is 2 of them. Be careful because you will need to have them in the last round. Also, same thing about the Stammelford's Tremors and the Biting Frost. Don't play too many. If you have, for example, all 6 of them, try to play maximum 3. So 50% of what you have in your hand. If you have 3 of them, play only 1 of those, because you want to keep more for later on. The Shield Maidens, you want to ditch them early on and play them in the last round because they are very, very potent. The Decoy, you can use them either to lock another target with Donaran Hinder, or if you have a locked Morkvar, get him back and play him in another row. Also, if you have a Axeman in a row that is affected by weather, you can pull him out, or any minion for that matter, pull him out of the weather and place him in another row. In the end, I would just like to say that Hjalmar is the most important gold, Operator is the most important silver, so those you should tend to craft. Other than that, this deck is extremely powerful. There is a lot of maths going on, so maybe sometimes you will need a piece of paper ready to write on how things will go with stuff like Stammelford's Tremors. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Brothers, and until the next time, bye bye.